Welcome back to Dicey Situations, folks. As always, I'm your DM Ryan, joined by my Chaos crew.
Rich playing Theo.
Mark playing Glebnor.
Harout playing Tooluuga.
We got a juicy episode coming up, so why don't we get right into our recap? Last time on Dicey Situations, the gang began their ascent to the surface, climbing the lattice webbing of the crypt spiders to reach the highlands. After easily escaping a roper in pursuit, the boys finally cleared the blockaded cave entrance and entered the land of the hill dwarves. After taking a quick break to patch up their wounds and continue the lessons of Su Sin, the Chaos crew trekked towards Brandini Mountain, the home of the Stone Gripper dwarves. While making their way through the idyllic countryside, the boys took a quick break for some ramp shenanigans that was quickly interrupted by careening giant goats. As the boulder-sized animals rolled down the hill, Theo was nearly pancaked trying to take cover. Tooluuga was able to riverboat run some of the sheep to a stop, but Glebnor had other plans. Creating a big, flat ramp, he launched a rolling ram into orbit, nearly ending the unfortunate creature for good. With a few clutch animal handling checks, our crew corralled the goats and continued on into the highlands. Discovering an abandoned farm at the top of the hill, the gang had just begun their investigation when Glebnor discovered a bulbous hyena had just gorged himself on Dwarven Farmer. Just as he was attempting to explain the situation to the group, a fresh Gnoll has just burst from the hyena, ready to pounce. And that is where we join our heroes. First to act will be Theo.
Quick question, do I know anything about...
Can I get a history check for me?
All right. Yeah. It's a 7.
Big dog.
There is a big, blood-drenched dog man in the doorway of this small farmhouse. He is climbing towards you, baring his teeth. There is drool and blood and viscera pouring out of his mouth, and it looks like he's going to eat Tooluuga. What would you like to do?
I've had a shit day. This fucking thing comes out. I'm just gonna take the judge's sentence out and
Go for it.
Sharpshooter feed on all these shots.
Okay.
26 for 21.
Okay, it hits.
18 to 13.
13 misses.
Okay. 24 for 19.
19 hits. Okay, so 2 of those hit.
And plus 10 to the damage on them, so...
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Gnolls riddled with bullets and gets killed immediately.
I'm gonna use critical to reroll, with a piercer to reroll the judge's sentence damage real quick, which was a good idea. So that'll be 21 on the first hit.
Okay. Still up with a sliver of health. How much on the second hit?
21.
Okay, so a rabid hyena monstrosity comes out of the doorway. Theo unloads his gun into it and just falls dead on the ground.
Sick of this shit.
You can see Reggie's like, whoa, whoa,
Wow, that
whoa,
really popped off.
whoa. Oh,
Deep breaths.
okay.
That was that thing, Daddy.
I'm just sick of all this.
He was,
I just wanted a simple day, and we're not getting it.
I want to go check on the farmer, see if he's still okay.
Can everyone get a perception check for me real quick? And can I get a stealth check at disadvantage from Theo as you unload rounds into my little man?
18.
10.
That's not bad. 23.
Okay, as you guys are like, and there's that quick moment of panic as you're just looking at this dead Gnoll corpse on the ground. Another one comes in behind you and goes to bite Theo. Right as Theo's like, I'm sick of this day, you just hear, rah! And it just comes around a corner and this big fanged beast goes to bite into Theo. Let me make a real quick roll for the Gnoll. Oh, roll for the Gnoll, that's fun. Okay. We're having fun here, folks. We're having fun.
Yeah, the dog murder.
It misses you with an 11 as it just chomps at your neck and you turn around. There's now another one of these big wet dog men just in the room, covered in blood and viscera.
Why is he wet?
I don't know.
Did you bring this?
No, son.
This...
Come on. Come on.
Tooluuga, that's your turn.
Slightly disappointed in my son's behavior recently, and
It's wet.
I turned to the dog. What are you?
It looks up at you. It smells fish in the wind. His eyes go wide. His mouth starts just salivating.
Oh, he's a
staring at
druggie.
you.
We put those down. I walk up and I grab my stick and I just clonk him over the head.
Go for it.
22
22 hits.
22 to clonk.
That's 22 clonk.
for 8 points of damage. Then I'm gonna bonus action punch him in the face.
Go for it.
For 25.
25 hits.
For another 5 points of damage.
Unbelievable. You just cold clock this thing in the face after you bonked it on the head. It's still up, but it's all woozy now. It's just kind of all wet and bloody, and it's just kind of cackling now, looking at you. Because now that it got punched in the face, it was so close to having fish. Your fist got so close to his mouth. That is going to be Reggie. Reggie's like, fuck! Just immediately
Language,
panic.
Reggie!
He is going to try to fire a firebolt at him. You see his hand turns into a little arm cannon, and he shoots a little fireball out. I don't know if that's copyright.
Parody.
And you see Reggie just blast this guy in the chest with fire. He's still up, but he's all fucked up now. And his like chest, like all the fur is kind of singed on him now. There's this really rank smell now of burnt hair and blood in the room.
God, it smells so bad.
Sorry, my bad. Glebnor, that is your turn.
It's right by me.
Right next
It's
to
a
you,
little
yeah.
room, right?
It's a pretty small little farmhouse, yeah.
I'm gonna hammer bonk him.
Go for it.
Does a 17 bonk?
A 17 bonks.
Let's call it 9 for bludgeoning, 5 acid.
How would you like to do it?
I see him try to bite Daddy, which upsets me, obviously. And you want to eat something? Eat this! And I rocket the hammer into his teeth.
You see like Gnoll fangs just scatter on the wood floor as this thing, you see the back of his brain just plop onto the floor, all, again, so wet, and then collapse into a pile. We are now out of combat. There were just
collect some of these teeth
There were just 2 Gnolls here. You can make an investigation check.
Son,
for
why are
me.
you grabbing teeth?
for my necklace.
Okay. Arts and crafts.
You know, we have to have time for our hobbies, Tooluuga.
That's fair.
11?
Yeah, you go roll d6. Tell how many teeth you find on the ground. It was newly born. Maybe it didn't develop all of them yet.
3?
Yeah, you got 3 nice little teeth there.
All right.
I'm like, Luga, would you like some?
Get these over to Mima and get these on my necklace.
He picks up one of the teeth, and it's like the size of him.
Well, sorry, I meant the, like, food.
Want to eat some of this Gnoll?
Yeah, like it.
Throws the tooth to the side. Starts munching on Gnoll brain on the,
All right,
from the
you
corner.
good there? Can I leave you for a second?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'm gonna, I guess, go to where the body was.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to
And
go do a medicine check on the half-eaten Gnoll.
Can I get a medicine check from Glebnor? Investigation or perception from Tooluuga and Theo?
No, I
What
want
do you
to
like
go
to do, yeah?
to the door and look, like, as they're doing whatever they're doing, I want to be looking out into the rest of the town to see or hear any more noises.
Perfect. Yeah, perception check.
13. Is he still alive?
You see half a body. And as you're looking at it, you realize,
You need that bottom part.
yeah, like he's 50% guy right now. There's just a dead dwarf kind of splayed out on the ground. I'll say with a 13 medicine check, he's probably died within the last day, maybe 48 hours tops.
Daddy.
What?
Fairly fresh, it would seem.
Okay.
And then perception from
I got a
investigation.
13 perception.
13 perception.
Like father, like son.
I'll say, yeah, you're like, ooh, that's a bad half to lose. So you're kind of digging through the body. I'll say with 13 perception, though, you do notice.
Digging through the body?
Well, he's kind of, moving some of his little bits around. He's like the half-chewed vest is kind of hanging on top of the torso. Is you kind of like maybe looking for gold or something there, kind of like rifling through his dead body?
I was just gonna observe to see how this thing broke in, but all right, I guess I'm looting the corpse.
Oh, so this is the first time you're not looting? Is that what's happening?
A dog ate a man.
Show a little respect.
I'm sorry. Well, you may not be as respectful because as you look at the corpse, you can see around this dwarf's neck is a old symbol of Kriszeck. It's a little.
Oh, all's well that ends well.
A little ram head with a little light.
Probably had it coming.
Yeah.
What did he do to upset this? Why did we kill that thing, Dad?
Well, to be fair, that thing tried
It
to.
did try to bite Bleebly.
Yeah.
Ugh. Non-denominational.
I got an
monster.
18 perception looking out the door, like listening and looking out the door for anything else.
Dead quiet now.
Can I take a look at the sheep in the back?
Yeah. I'll say, give me an animal handling check. They all look a little spooked now that they've heard like the cackles of a Gnoll. I'll also say with your 18 perception, you kind of look around and there's like deep tire treads from a wagon leaving the farmhouse. So it seems like people escaped here.
Was the next closest house?
Yeah, there's like another smaller hut. You can go check that out if you want.
I want to sneaky boy check it out.
Sure. Give me a stealth check.
I got a 13 animal, you know.
Yeah, they all look a little spooked, but they're in their little corral. They're all just kind of walking in a little circle, just kind of munching on grass.
Okay.
25.
25. You sneak in silently. It's another very empty farmhouse. Go ahead, give me a perception investigation check while you're in there.
I guess I'll go to, like, as he's doing this, I'll go to the other buildings to check if there's any more, like,
Corpses? Yeah.
7?
Yeah, it's an empty farmhouse.
No half-eaten
This place is
anywhere?
like. This place looks like it. I will say that it looks like the people that left this village left in a hurry. A lot of them seem to. It seems like you see a lot of footsteps coming in and out of the little huts here.
Presumably these are all farmers.
It would appear so. Yeah.
Okay.
Were you going for it, Tooluuga?
probably just signs of more of these beasts that I don't know what they
Yeah, as you guys kick in the doors, fortunately, there were only two. You can actually see, I'll say in one of the smaller hut that is next to the grain silo, you can see the corpse of another dwarf on the ground, and like what looks to be the ripped open carcass of a hyena next to it. Give me perception or investigation on this corpse, though, if you'd like.
Can I check out the grain silo just to see
Yeah,
if
sure.
there's anything happening? If someone locked themselves in, someone was
Sure.
trapped or anything
Yeah,
like
perception.
24.
24. On this dwarf, you don't see a Kriszeck holy symbol. You see that he has a different holy symbol around his neck. It's two hammers crossed.
All right, these guys are cool, I guess.
Can we take a quick scan of the land to see if I see any steeples?
Sure. Let me get a perception check, and then can I get a religion check with advantage from Tooluuga?
that. 23 on the perception
You
check for the grain
Crack
silo.
open the door of the grain silo. Some just kind of pours out a little bit. Completely empty. This place is it's like a ghost town.
7.
I'm gonna take some of the grain.
Sure. A little bag of grain. No nuts. Make some bread with that later. Perfect. What's that?
9 religion.
9 religion. It's clearly a dwarven holy symbol. You don't know what dwarven god it is, though.
We're cool with them.
And what was your perception check for the steeple check?
7.
7. There's no church here. This is just a small set of farmhouses.
Okay.
Tooluuga, why don't you call the king, see if he knows what that symbol's about?
Oh, good comment. I dial up the king.
Tooluuga?
Hey, king.
Buddy, we just talked about this. What?
Talked about what?
I just feel like I told you, like, this is for emergency use only.
Well, kinda. Theo, Bleebly, do you know what those things were?
Yeah, I have no idea. They're wet dogs.
They're like wet dogs, and then a dog man clawed out of them.
Are you talking about a Gnoll?
I guess I am.
Okay.
Yeah, they killed the farmers.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tooluuga. This sounds like run-of-the-mill adventure stuff.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm being...
Well, I'm sorry. Some of us grew up in a metal ass.
Dad. Tell him I said hi.
Not this time.
Dad.
Son?
Ask him about the other holy thing.
All right. Anyways, what is the holy symbol of the two hammers kind of crossing? What god?
It's just the Allfather, the Dwarven god. God of creation. It's just the original Dwarven god from the Pantheon.
Got it.
Is that it, or...
Well, yeah, I didn't know what it was, and I think moving forward, if there's going to be a guy with a Kriszeck holy symbol and another guy with the Allfather symbol, I need to, know these gods.
No, I get it. I mean, I understand you need the information. I just feel like...
Listen, who got you 466 mountable spiders?
I didn't ask for the spiders.
Yes, but you have them, and they're useful.
Mountable.
They haven't even got here yet, so I don't know...
Listen, Bouncicles never forgets his way.
Bouncicles was the Minotaur?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to put it all together.
It's all right. I kind of hit you with a lot.
I understand. Okay, again, for the future, maybe we reserve this line for extreme danger or really new updated information for me.
Okay, so updates. So I should compile a bunch of information and then call you.
We'll call him in a couple of days after we've gotten camp and, at night, right before bed, give him a call.
Maybe put it in a newsletter. Maybe we can have
Yeah, and how are we going to send it to you?
Okay, listen, Tooluuga, I got things going on. I got a whole war council I need to be in right now.
Listen, I'm running a crusade.
Well, I know, but you can't just.
And making a religion.
Every time you see a wet dog, you can't call me, okay?
Well, I'm sorry. This is the first wet dog that I saw a man dog claw out of.
They're Gnolls. They're demonic hyena beasts.
All right, thank you.
Gorge themselves on humanoid flesh. And when they get full enough, yeah, unfortunately, they'll birth one of those horrible little creatures. But they're dangerous when they're, not brand new, which is what it sounds like when you fought them.
Yeah, they're kind of fresh.
Okay, so
All right. I'll wait like a couple days, I guess. If we get anything like newsworthy, I'll give you a call.
yeah, put it in the newsletter.
I don't know how to send it to you, so I'll just call you.
Okay, you can. How about you write it in a newsletter and then you call me and read me the newsletter?
Okay.
That just seems like extra steps. Why don't you just...
Is that
compile it in
Bleebly?
your
How about you
head?
tell Bleebly to keep on me?
I'm sorry, are you talking about our god right now?
Okay, I'm sorry. I know. I gotta go.
Sorry, anyways, love you, bye.
What?
Gotta hit them with that. They don't know how to respond every time.
I cannot believe I gave you guys a sending stone to the king. Like, way too high status of a character to have this connection with.
Well, anyways.
That's why we use it.
Now we wait a couple days, build some information, actually give him something useful so he's proud of us.
Yep. Can I get a nature or survival check from everyone?
13 survival.
19 survival.
17 survival.
It's just getting late in the day.
I know.
The sun's starting to set.
All right.
The clock, remember?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sundial.
I forgot you had sundial mode from fucking 10 episodes ago, whenever that happened. 15 at this point. Okay. If you guys would like, you can make camp here and try to get a long rest in.
What? Do we see like the other town?
You can't see another town from where you are now.
Glebnor,
Yes.
can you make a ladder so I can climb up and get on top of the silo and see if I can see anything?
You know I can.
Perfect workman's ladder?
Sometimes your players get a nat 20 on a ladder check in episode 6, and then you have to deal with the consequences of it for the entire fucking campaign. Go ahead, climb your ladder. Perception check with advantage while you're up there. Stupid ladder.
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you can see that there is what you're assuming is the actual city of Brandini, way up on the bottom of this mountain, but the top of a hill, far from you. And from up there, I'll say you can see like a wagon trail heading east from here. I'll say northeast or southeast because you guys are technically north of the mountain.
Okay.
But yeah, you do see wagon wheel tracks heading in that direction down like a dirt path.
And it looks pretty far.
There's like the tracks are leaving the little farm you're in now, and they head off in a distance you can't see much further just because of the way the hills are here. Kind of impedes your view past a certain point.
I'll basically yell the information down to you. You're probably hearing it loudly because you're right there.
What is yell? I'll move my ears to the bottom.
So like how long you think like we should make camp here or we can just hoof it?
I mean, we could probably make it a little ways and then make camp, but this is probably safer than wherever.
Is it safer?
Doors.
We got
Well, I mean, look how the doors help them.
Yeah, but they didn't seem strong,
That's also fair.
They don't have Reggie.
That's true.
That
He
is
doesn't-
also true.
He doesn't need to sleep.
Oh yeah, I can go into sentry mode for you guys.
Well,
Get the wink.
hold on. Let me ask my DM something.
Okay.
How far do the sheep move?
The sheep are just in a pen, but
Well,
if
I
they
mean,
like their
if I were to
movement
like,
speed,
yeah,
you could ride them. They'd have your movement speed 30 feet.
my
yeah,
movement
it's
speed
less
is
for me.
40.
Well, not okay.
Yeah, I have
they
40.
have the average movement speed of 30 feet.
They're going to slow us down, Daddy.
Well, no, they'd be able to do 60 because you can dash.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but we can do the same thing. But
we would
get tired.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what if we just each of us get a sheep, or Bleebly, you could just ride with me,
I might have a better idea.
and we just kind of hoof it without us actually having to run it.
Hold on, Daddy.
Sorry, my son's having one of these thoughts with images.
What if, hear me out, I make a sled that you guys can all lay in,
Like
when
a-
we hitch it to the sheep, and they drag us along through the night.
So you want to be a big blanket?
I want to.
He wants to-
Basically, I want to be a covered wagon, but
Wants to be
I
a
don't think
dog
you'll
sled.
I don't think you'll let me have wheels.
I mean, so you want?
He wants to be a dog sled.
I want to be a dog sled. A sheep sled.
It's rocky terrain, so like you're going to be the base.
What if we take a door, put it on the ground, you get on the door, and then and then you pseudopod onto two of the sheep, and then we go.
Yeah.
Why don't we just see if there's spare wheels?
Spare wheels.
I mean, we could check.
Okay.
It is a farm.
Yeah, let's get a perception check from everybody.
12?
9.
16?
So like as these two are like coming up with a plan of like ripping off doors and creating a base, there's just like a totally normal wagon just on the other side of one of the houses.
Guys, there's a wagon right there.
Okay. You still got that rope, Theo?
I'll just hitch the sheep onto it and we can go.
Sure, animal handling check, I guess.
Okay.
Corral these sheep on there. They're not like draft horses, but they'll move.
How big is this
16?
wagon?
Yeah, you rope up some of these sheep. It's a standard wagon. You guys can all kind of sit in the back. One person's gonna have to be on the reins controlling the sheep.
I'll probably be
Reggie?
Yeah.
Right. Control the reins.
What?
Form of an air mattress.
What?
Everybody relax.
Why don't we just take shifts? I'll just take a bulk of the first one.
I want you to get your rest, Daddy.
All right, I'll rest first because you can't really mess up during the light. And then I'll just cover
I'll do it during the light because in the dark I ain't seeing shit.
Okay.
Cool. We're getting mobile here, folks. Okay.
You read Susan's book.
Okay. More stuff from
And then I'm going to
Susan.
give Theo guidance. I'm like, listen, man, I know it's been rough with the animals. I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll get better.
If these animals don't listen, I will shoot them. I am not having a good day.
Okay, hold
I
on.
am sick of all this.
I reach into my bag. Two things. I pull out Cobbler
Okay.
so he can get some fresh air, so he can sit next to Theo.
He can hold one of the reins now.
And then I also try to, like, sneakily see if I could grab a fish taco.
Okay. Give me, you know the drill.
Oh, that's a 9.
Secondhand sandwich.
Fortunately, I feel like a goat can eat like a metal can, no problem. So it's not even gonna mind a secondhand sandwich. You pull out what once was an eggplant parm, but it's like you can tell Crud heard what eggplant parm was and didn't really know. So it's just like hard-boiled eggs and some like lettuce, and it just has eggplant parm and a little wrapper outside of it.
Okay, Theo, this is for the goat, not you. Don't worry. Just like throw it at them if they don't listen. I don't know, man. It's been a long week
Hold on.
or day.
I see something.
It's felt like a week.
Can I basically use like a stick with a rope and that sandwich on the front and just have them try and get it to go forward?
Perfect. You kind of affix a little stick. You kind of take some of your rope and just make like a carrot on a stick, basically, but with a crud sandwich. Put it in the side. You make an animal handling check with advantage, Theo. So you guys try to get some rest on this bumpy carriage ride through the night.
You also have guidance on.
22.
You know,
Handled.
I would say that at a certain point, you kind of get the knack for this. And the sheep, there's as they look back at you, you can tell something innately they regret pancaking you into the ground and almost crushing you to death. But these two very large, again, boulder-sized goats pull this little carriage through the night. First shift covered. Who wants to take second shift?
We only took 2.
Yeah, we have 8.
you want
we have
8 of them?
access to 8. Why wouldn't we have 8 sheep power instead of 2?
You see Reggie's like, remember, Susan? Not taking things you can't feed, you know?
We're just bringing them to the next town.
They'll feed them on Donner, on Dasher.
Yeah, if we
Prancer and Vixen.
if we left them, they'd starve.
And
Okay, no, that's fair. Okay.
they'd also probably feed more of those weird dogs.
All right, so you now have 8 giant goats
We
pulling
got 8
a
goat
carriage.
power.
We're gonna be schmoving.
You know what? Honestly, yeah, that's 8 goat power. That's not nothing. You guys pick up a pretty good pace as 8 giant goats pull you through the night on this. It's kind of like a winding, hilly path. All right, so that was kind of the first round of animal handling and checks. Who would like to take second shift?
I'll do second. That way Daddy can rest. Plus, I know he likes to make breakfast.
Cool. All right. So go ahead, make an animal handling check for me.
12?
What do you got?
Quick thing
Can you hand me that stick?
Oh yeah, I'll hand it to
Okay,
you.
you make it with advantage.
Before I go to bed, or like take the rest. I'm gonna just kind of improve on the design of the, sawed-off shotgun type of thing.
Yeah,
and
like
then,
cool shading on it.
and then go to bed.
Perfect.
15.
15. There you go. Same thing. The sheep kind of listlessly kind of just charge through the night as you're kind of riding them.
Reggie's up, right?
I'm in sentry mode, my guy. As long as I don't really move around too much, I'm pretty good.
Chit chat with Reggie.
Hey.
So how was the Ebenden while you were alone?
Oh man, it was so scary at first, but then, not gonna lie, kind of fun. That town was nuts.
Yeah, seemed like a cool place, right?
Yeah, I got really into my DJing.
No, where did you get all that equipment?
That's a really good question, and let me tell you the long, complicated story of it. And as we cut ahead,
3 hours later.
and he's like, and then I owed the amp guy some money, but it all worked out in the end.
Wow,
So,
what
yeah.
a tale.
Yeah, thank you. I know how riveting and detail-rich it was, but thank you for listening the entire time.
I mean, I was on the edge of this wagon seat.
Oh, you. Oh, I think Tooluuga's rousing.
Huh?
Daddy,
What?
how was your
son.
sleep?
Oh, it was great. Thanks, son, for taking the middle shift.
Here's this pole.
Okay.
All right, good night.
Good night. I tuck my son in and kiss him on the forehead.
Perfect. Gross.
God, I've just been so rough with him recently. It's just, he's gone out of control. He's in his rebellious phase or something.
Oh, that city was pretty punk, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
He just imprinted so quickly. I wasn't ready.
I know. That's wild. Parenting stuff, it seems like.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
All right, animal handling check with advantage. As you have, you can see that the eggplant parm is starting to come loose a little bit near the end of this journey. Some of the hard-boiled eggs kind of falling out the bottom.
22.
Effortlessly, you lead.
He's got one hand on the reins. So anyways.
Yeah, having side chat with Reggie. Okay. Last what do you got?
I want to. All right, now quick, Reggie. We gotta hash this out, and I
Okay.
take out the propulsion book.
Okay, perfect. I've been thinking a lot about the mechanics of it. We're gonna need a lot of dread steel, like maybe too much, but it'll be fine.
But
We'll find it.
We gotta learn. I gotta learn this stuff to be able to make it.
Yeah, this.
So why don't we start with the learning process first? Let's
Okay.
learn it together.
How far did you get in your mathematics when you were studying?
I punch hard at. You gotta pivot with the hips stuff. I know physics, I guess.
All right, we're gonna start with addition and subtraction. And
Oh, I think I know that one.
he takes out some pretty basic flashcards. I don't know why I have these, but it's funny.
A little fun.
Yeah. Okay, 5 times 4.
Okay, hold on.
I'll backtrack if you need me to start
Wait, hold
smaller.
on. That's 5. I have 3 fingers. so it's gonna be hard with my hands, but okay.
Yeah, no, I kind of set you up for failure there. Should have
That's
been a
all right.
multiple of
That's all right.
3.
If I do this now, and he
Okay.
holds up 2 fingers with his other.
Okay, yeah.
So this,
yeah,
4
4 times.
that's a 5. That's a 10.
You're killing it.
It's 15.
Unbelievable.
Okay, now let me just figure this out. I can do it.
I feel like you had the whole process down, and now you're kind of faltering.
Let me just
We're near the
check.
finish line. We've got this, buddy.
I'm just gonna do a luck check. Oh, and that's 20.
Okay, beautiful.
All right, I got multiplication down.
How much harder can rockets be than this? We'll have this down for his birthday, no problem.
Okay, now let's get to the hardest stuff.
Okay. Yeah, you go through again some real more basic math, but you're starting to crush it. At a certain point, you don't even need your 6 fingers to help you count. Can I get a perception check though from you, Tooluuga, as you're kind of riding through the night here?
All right, that's 15.
With 15, it is dark, and it is starting to rain a little bit. It's like a light kind of, that kind of like morning rain where it's not a full drop yet. It's
a
just
mist.
a real mist has kind of come over. But even in this now like wet kind of dark environment, you can see fire over the hill. You see there's like that glowing orange kind of ember around the hillside. You can see like a column of black smoke coming up.
Oh, that's not good.
And I'll say you guys have all taken your long rest at this point. And Reggie kind of shakes you awake, Theo. Theo!
What? Those...
I think something's bad up ahead.
Can we just go one day?
I
One
mean-
day with just... Oh, this world sucks.
Stop being a god, buddy. We got this.
Yeah, it's bad out there. Real quick,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the sheep. I'm like,
Yep.
we're just gonna game plan here first, real quick.
Good call. Good call.
And I'll get us all something to eat.
I was gonna ask.
I'll also
Sound-
probably feed the sheep.
Sounds good.
All right.
You're doing
I go to you. They're not so bad. I named that one over there Lance.
Lance. What a good name.
It's a great sheep name.
Yeah. Maybe we could keep that one.
Wait, so we're taking a quick break for breakfast sandwiches before we go over there? Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
We're basically using this time to plan out in case worst case scenario.
It just seems like it might be more pressing than that.
it's
'cause
gonna be like 10 minutes.
You don't rush into battle on an empty stomach.
Also,
Susan's book.
we also can't be rushing in when we don't know what's happening. Glebnor, ladder.
So while he's laddered up, I'm gonna take a Luga.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have Cobbler right next to him. They're gonna be hanging out, and I'm just gonna be prepping breakfast.
And
Okay.
I want to have Glebnor do ladder into like the tallest tree that we can find in like the vicinity.
Sure.
So I can get up there and try and see if I can see
wanna-
like anything that's happening.
Do you want to climb, or are we doing fireman ladder style? Will you ride me up?
That makes it a lot easier for me, so do that.
Okay. You get to the top of this gooey ladder. You're kind of clinging to this tree. You look over the hill. And as you can see down below you, Tooluuga is beginning to make breakfast. There is a caravan being attacked by Gnolls. There are screaming civilians, and the caravan's on fire.
Tooluuga, it looks like more of those, what did the king call them?
Gnolls?
Yeah, them.
Oh, okay. Like right now?
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, Glebnor, back down.
I'm picturing like in Shaun of the Dead when he walks up the little steps, sees over the thing, and then walks back down.
Like I'm about to take out the pan. I put it back in. I'm like, all right, guys, we're just gonna have granola today. Just gonna have to eat it on the way there.
and as you
I
guys-
also hand you the bag of grain that I got. You can use this for food at some point.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
you guys are just charging the hill, eating granola bars, just getting ready to
Sorry, guys.
crest the hill.
We'll have a heavy brunch.
Reggie's like, should we tie down the sheep or something so they don't, scatter when we leave?
Actually, good call, Reggie. I
we-
double back.
We shouldn't tie them down because if
The
Gnolls
Gnolls get
get by, they're just gonna get eaten.
Okay, here's what we do. We'll free them from the cart itself, so that
Okay.
way they're free to run.
Okay, cool. All right.
And like, how far
Just
could
lay
they go?
down some eggs. They'll stick around.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I'll throw down some of the, like I'll grab a fistful of the grain and just
just
kind
open
of
up
like
the crud sandwich.
hold
yeah.
on. I'll reach in my bag, just pull something out real quick.
Screams in the distance. Just chaos.
I gotta live it. I grab like 2 fish tacos. I throw them on the ground. I'm like, we gotta go.
Can I get a stealth check as you guys all crest the hill here?
Are we being stealthy?
If you guys want to just charge it.
I wasn't planning on
from
being
Theo's,
stealthy.
it's sound. I'm hauling it into like the middle of this. Wherever I see someone getting attacked, I'm immediately jumping in the middle.
How far were they?
To get like over there would be 60 feet, but we can say you guys can take a turn to dash if you want.
Why doesn't everybody get on me? I'll mobile dash,
Okay.
and we can go 80. We can get right into it.
Can I springboard off him to them like in the middle of like
Or you
yeah,
can spring
I'm
board off
gonna
me.
before Glebnor gets up there, I'm gonna drop off 20 feet before.
All right,
So
so,
I'm-
so me and Daddy will be right up in them.
Yeah.
and I'll be 20 feet
Oh, yeah.
back.
At this point in you guys' adventuring career, you guys are like a fucking
Well-oiled
force.
machine.
Immediately, Glebnor, you go into this like slick mode of carrying everybody. With your mobility, you're able to fly up this hill, ignoring all the difficult terrain. Theo leaps off you at a certain point and kind of like falls back into the tree line to get a little bit of cover. And Tooluuga, you're flipping off of Glebnor.
Well, I want to see. Do I see them like physically attacking anyone that's alive yet?
So let me say, as you guys come over the hill, so picture, if you will, there's like a small kind of valley here. There's a long caravan. These carts are all kind of tied together. They're full of like boxes of grain, farm equipment, just loose odds and ends. Seems like people kind of just piled everything they owned onto these carts and kind of made a break for it. On the side that you guys have come out near this like little small patch of tree line and bushes, there is one large hunched over Gnoll. He's standing over a dead human man, and there are two hyenas that are fully gorging themselves on this guy's corpse. You would also, I would say, notice. Let me get a perception check for me, Tooluuga, real quick.
It's not an advantage.
You get advantage.
Oh, thank God.
You got help from Glebnor.
Okay.
He's trying to launch you.
Let me just damage control 10.
You can notice that this Gnoll, the one that is hunched over the two that are eating this dead body, he has armor on and like spears on his back. This is clearly not a fresh Gnoll.
Do you think they have intelligence?
I don't know, son, but remember that cannon maneuver?
Oh, yeah.
Launch me.
I will also say, what was your perception check?
It was a 10.
Okay, with a 10, you're just seeing this guy. You can hear on the other side of the caravan, even though you can't see it because the caravan's kind of packed pretty high. There's sounds of combat on the other side of the caravan, and you can hear loud yipping from these Gnolls.
I'll say, like, as I'm launched into these ones, son, go around.
Got it.
There's more, and save the people.
16 to launch, Daddy.
Perfect. Tooluuga, you want to just land in front of this?
I want to be shot into this man.
Okay. Cool.
But
roll, I guess.
Would you want to roll unarmed or?
I was gonna say I want to see how
Headbutt is started unarmed striking.
Headbutt's an unarmed strike. Go ahead and make an unarmed strike. I'll say you guys kind of rolled up so fast this thing didn't notice you, and you're coming from behind it.
17
17 hits
for 8 damage, and then I'm gonna bonus action flurry of blows.
Okay. This thing gets headbutt in the spine at full speed. It's like, like it turns around.
Its legs don't work anymore.
One's
It's like
a 12.
It's holding two short swords and it's like going to attack, but you're already like unloading on it and its back's all fucked up.
One was a 12, the other was a 26.
The 12 will miss, the 26 will hit.
My sciatica.
So we know at
for
least a
7 points of
17
damage.
7 points. Okay, hold on here. This guy's still up, but he looks like so fucked up from not expecting to just be rocked like that from out of nowhere. At this point, you maniacs, we will go ahead and roll initiative.
21.
Tooluuga
17.
and Glebnor.
16.
Perfect. All right. So let us begin. There is, again, this caravan aflame. There's loud sounds of combat from the other side of the caravan. On the side that you guys approach from, though, there's just this one Gnoll flesh gnar and these this little pair of hyenas that are gorging. His back has almost been broken as a fish has been rocketed into him at full speed. Theo, that is your turn. You are about 20 feet from the flesh gnar and about 30 from the two hyenas that were eating the corpse.
I'm gonna shoot the hyenas.
Perfect. Make some attack rolls for me.
I'm gonna do sharpshooter feat on this.
Perfect.
I'm putting a violent shot into the first one, just so you know.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
16 hits.
20 damage plus...
They have 5 hit points. So immediately a bullet goes right through the head of one of these hyenas and it drops. Go ahead and make another attack roll me if you'd like.
So I'm going to use... using the first attack action,
Yep.
but then I'm going to use bonus...
perfect. Second pistol?
Executioner's Hand for a bonus action real quick.
Cool.
Does a 22 hit?
22 hits.
8 damage.
Perfect. You kill that hyena and recharge your grip points.
And then the one that Tooluuga...
The one in the wheelchair?
Yeah.
I'm going to use the last shot with Judge's Sentence with the sharpshooter feat,
Perfect.
which will miss.
Okay. He is a what'd you get?
12.
Okay. 12 does miss.
But it would have been even less. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Theo, you come out of the tree line and just take out these two hyenas.
And then I'll run. I'll try and get as far as I can around to the other side because I believe Tooluuga can probably
Perfect.
win that. I'm going to try and get on the other side to help Glebnor.
Awesome. So you run and you kind of like take the same path as Glebnor toward like the other side of the caravan to loop around. Can I actually get a perception check from you real quick as you kind of like make your way toward that part of the caravan?
19.
19. You can see that like you run to the caravan. Are you going to try to go over it or underneath it?
Underneath.
So
Like
as
kind
you-
of run and then slide.
Perfect. You run and slide, and you can see that as you get underneath the caravan, there is an injured rabbit folk man underneath the caravan as well. It looks like he was tying off a wound and getting his like arrows ready, and he's like, "Whoa, whoa, hey, ho, whoa,
Yeah, we're here to help.
good, please, there's Gnolls."
Yeah, I don't like them.
You see, he's like is getting ready. He's like, around the corner. They're cornering them. Yeah, there's just a little rabbit guy. He has like kind of like scout clothing on, a little like patchwork leather armor. He's about like 5 foot or so tall, long, powerful legs, and he has like a little bandana wrapped around his head. And he has like he's notching an arrow, getting ready to help you guys out. He looks kind of fucked up. He has a clear bite mark out of one of his like thighs. But yeah, he's just like, oh, thank God, help.
Yeah,
He's just panicked.
You stay down as much as you can. You look not great.
No, it got me real good. Tooluuga, that is your turn.
Do I hear this under the carriage?
You can make a perception check for me.
16?
Yeah, you can hear that Theo's talking to someone underneath the carriage.
What? Bleebly, what's going on?
New friend.
Oh, okay, you got it. Anyways, I'm gonna go kill this thing.
Do it.
It's like this. This one looks like it's a little bit more like a little older. Its fur is this kind of like matted, horrible kind of tannish gray color.
That's disgusting. Should have taken care of your coat. Anyways, die. 21
21 hits.
for 7.
7 is exactly how many hit points he had left. How do you kill this guy?
So I just grab the staff.
Yep.
I imagine Tooluuga's never really used the staff, so he just baseball swings his jaw.
This thing turned and went to open its mouth to bite you, and as it does, a staff meets its jaw, and you just see it remove from its head. A
slap out of
scattering
an
of
asshole.
teeth, the tongue flops onto its own chest, and it falls forward dead, on top of the human corpse it had just been helping to consume.
Gross. All right. Anyways, I crawl under the. I use my movement. How far would it get fully under?
You can
the
get
other side?
underneath. I'll say with your movement, you could probably get to the actual other side of it. You have to like kind of army crawl past Theo, who's
Could
down there with a
I-
little rabbit guy.
Could I front flip over?
Can I get an acrobatics check?
Yes, you can. 12.
I'll say with the front flip, you can't get over it, but you land on top of the cart.
Okay.
Make a perception check now, as you kind of are looking on the other side of what this caravan looks like.
17.
17, it's fucking chaos. At the other side of the caravan, you immediately first notice that up on the hill, there's like kind of like a hill embankment on the other side. There are 3 of these Gnoll hunters that are just hurling spears down into the valley, trying to hit a small, it's like a little circle of these dwarven knights have kind of gone, kind of like, they've made almost like a phalanx, essentially, around some survivors. There's a couple of like panicked civilian farmers, most of them dwarven in the center. There's some children mixed in the group. And at the head of the dwarven knights, there is a dwarven woman. She has a big, like, I guess it'd be a maul. It's a huge fucking hammer.
I loudly say, "Man, that's a huge hammer!"
You can see she's swinging at gnolls that are trying to like kind of circle around and like yip at the different knights as they're trying to push them back away from the civilians. She's like, "No fucking hunchbacked dog is gonna kill these people! Fuck you!" She's just swinging wildly, trying to like take out the knees of these dogs as they circle around. I will say that there is one very large gnoll holding a whip who's trying to crack it at some of the dwarven knights and trying to protect the civilians. And there's one kind of shrivelly, almost hunched-looking gnoll who seems to be barking orders at everyone else.
Does that one seem to be like leading them?
Yeah, he does have a very like small makeshift crown on. It's kind of just very strange looking. This looks to be the pack leader.
And I use full movement, obviously, to get on top.
Yeah.
How far away are they from me?
I will say that there are a couple of just 2 regular gnolls that are trying to yip at this like center mass of knights. They're about 15 feet from you. Up on the hill, that's about 40 feet away. And you'd have to kind of go up the hill, which would be difficult terrain. Or you could try acrobatics your way and leap onto the hill. And I guess the pack gnoll leader is about 80 feet from you, with this sort of slave driver gnoll probably about 60.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action step of the wind to the one and use the acrobatics to the ones throwing the
On the
jet.
hill?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
17?
17. You kind of like duck down with your little yams, your strong, fishy legs, and you leap off the caravan over this battlefield and onto this little hillside and kind of roll into the hills.
As I leap and above everybody, Bleebly is here to save you!
Make a performance check for me.
14?
Okay. Pretty cool flip. I will also say you don't notice anyone react to the name Bleebly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
Anything
they
else?
don't hate us yet, so that's a good start.
It's good.
Okay. My flesh gnar is dead.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Glebnor, that is your turn.
Would me and Bleebly have been kind of like he got off me, bam, bam, and started moving, right?
Yep.
I'm going to lobby for a free action.
Okay, what do you got?
I want to follow him under the caravan,
Okay, yeah.
and I want to sleight of hand, pocket a pamphlet in the rabbit's pants.
Give me a sleight of hand check. That's obviously a free action.
22.
Yeah, pamphlet goes in that guy's pocket. He has no idea where it came from.
I'm going to keep it moving. Bonus action dash. I'm going to the pack leader. I get
Okay.
80 feet with my bonus action
You can
dash.
definitely get there. You roll up, and you're dashing, right?
Yeah, so no difficult terrain because I have mobile.
And does that... You will have to go by 2 Gnolls to get to him. So they
Let
will
him try
get,
and attack me. I don't
they'll
care.
make opportunity attacks. Okay. These 2 Gnolls that are kind of circling around the knights, they turn around as this puddle zooms by them. They both each try to stab at it with their spears. Let's see here. Let's see, 19 and a 16.
They're both going to hit.
Okay. You can take 14 piercing damage. As they both jab into this, and like you pull away from it, but they are kind of stabbing at you in the ground. Yeah, and you roll up on the pack leader, like he kind of looks up as you pseudopod around. Yeah, he looks freaked out. You broke their line way too quickly, and he's not pumped that you're right next to him.
I'm going to scream out, stop. Now it's hammer time.
I love it when my son does that.
26 to clobber.
That'll do it.
Bonk. 13.
Okay.
8 bludgeoning, 5 acid.
Okay.
And his dumb little crown.
Yep, right on the top of his crown.
As you kind of slam onto it, his little crown immediately falls off, and he's kind of panicked now, looking up. His Gnolls look panicked. I'll say, can you actually make a perception check for me real quick, Glebnor?
20?
Behind you, up the hill past the archers, there's another Gnoll who's on all fours, running full speed. His tongue is dangling out of his mouth, spit flying off of it. He's booking it down the hill towards you.
Daddy, there's a wild one coming!
Oh dear, okay.
That is my regular Gnolls.
I think I got something for this son.
One is going to scale the cliff and go after Tooluuga because you kind of jumped over him. He's going to get up
Hold
on
on.
the hill. Yeah, sure.
Can I lobby that since I am sleek and slippery, I might have left some residue?
Okay. Let's see here.
Slicked her in.
Need a slick check. What do we associate that with?
Dex.
Why Dex?
The little Dexy feet.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check. Not acrobatics, just
Dex.
roll a d20 and then add your dex modifier.
Okay. 12?
Yeah. This thing runs in wet, gross stuff all the time. It just hoofs it up your slick thing. It starts climbing up the side. It's going to get right to you. It doesn't have the full movement to catch you because went up difficult terrain to get up this hill. So at the top of the hill, he's going to throw a spear at you. And that's only a 12 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
And now there's like 3 of these hunter Gnolls all around. You're kind of now a little bit surrounded. There's 1 regular Gnoll, 3 of these hunter Gnolls all up on this like little hillside with you.
What's the difference between where I am with the leader and Daddy?
You're kind of almost in like a little bit of a valley, and then up on a cliff looking over the whole caravan is you can see Tooluuga is like going into combat with all these other Gnolls up there. Cool. The Gnoll Slaver, because now that you can see that like these knights are all kind of like, we've got back up. They're all kind of like noticing you guys coming to help them out. He is going to use menace captives. And you can see 3 of these knights have to make wisdom saving throws here. Which will be, yeah, there's 2 squat dwarven knights, and there's the one woman with the big hammer. They're all going to make wisdom saving throws. Ooh, they all fail. They're going to have disadvantage on their ability and attack checks, and they can't take other orders. So he like barks at them in this like guttural, demonic little howl, and you can see they're all like, "Fuck me!" They all kind of just stop and don't want to make any moves forward. But it also looks over and sees the leader being attacked by Glebnor. That was his action, though. He'll use his movement to just run up to help the leader, kind of get next to Glebnor as well. And that'll be the Pack Lord's turn. He's going to attack Glebnor.
Shocking.
That's what he does. He's going to make a glaive attack at you.
Oh, good glavin.
He's going to only hit on 1. He misses on the first one. Take 10 slashing on the second hit. And he's then going to use Incite Rampage as he barks up the hill. And that is going to give one of these hunter gnolls an attack on Tooluuga. And this guy is going to attack Tooluuga just with a spear, just try to stab you.
Okay.
That's a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Okay, not looking great. Gnoll hunters. How are we going to do this? Okay, so 2 of them are going to go for Tooluuga.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is going to slide down the hill and try to kill the knights.
Is
They're
that-
kind of defending everyone.
Sliding away from me?
There is one sliding. I think it would be out of your reach. So yeah, if you want to make an opportunity attack, you can.
Okay, I'll do that. And that one.
Okay, yeah. You go to swing at this guy, and he just it's like a gnoll is this big creature. It kind of leaps off the cliff and down onto this like mass of knights that are trying to defend these children. Okay, so I'm gonna make 2. Okay, so boy, this is a lot of attacks. I'm sorry. The hunter gnolls, the 2 that are attacking Tooluuga, are each gonna make. They have a multi attack, unfortunately. They're going to make 4 basically spear attacks at you.
Okay.
As they're all just kind of circling you, like poking this fish man, trying to like
I'm
get
slippery.
you
You
back.
can't touch this. I'm sleek. I got a nice sheen coat. Unlike you.
Somehow only 1 hit.
Told you.
I got a 9, a 22, a 10, and a 6.
You guys suck. You're bad dogs.
Hit him with a newspaper.
When one hears bad dog, it's like, "Arr!" and it stabs you with the spear and twists. I take 7 piercing damage.
Why'd you have to twist that one?
And the other one down there is going to attack one of these knights. Okay, that one misses. You see this squat dwarven knight throws up his shield and like the spear breaks on it. It's like, get back, you beast, get back! She's trying to push these gnolls back further. That is Reggie's turn. Reggie's like, oh geez, oh no! He's way at the back of the thing. He's on the other side of the caravan. He's going to use his full movement to run up. He kind of gets right next to you now on the ground, Theo, and he's like, what do we got going on over there? As he starts
Not good things.
Okay, not looking good. Theo, I think this is going to be one of those situations where you need to kill everything incredibly quickly. You're really good at that. I believe in you. I'm going to cast haste on you. I hope you got this. You feel this clockwork magic spin around both of your guns as you are sped up with the speed you have never felt before.
Thank you, Reggie!
It feels great, doesn't it?
That is the like on all fours Havoc Runner Gnoll. It runs down the hill and just leaps on top of Glebnor.
Shouldn't have hit their boss.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Ran in there, hit their boss, didn't rage.
I had to bonus action dash
Should
to
have
get
pit
to him.
stopped by me. My son's in trouble.
Cut off their leadership.
He will use Lightning Lope to bonus action dash. He has Pack Tactics, unfortunately.
Tactics?
He is going to
Not
make
tactics.
2 battle axe attacks as he pulls a battle axe off his hip and just starts just swinging wildly at Glebnor.
Jesus.
22 and an 18.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Well, we don't know the damage numbers yet.
16 total slashing damage.
Man, really should have raged before I went in here.
I know. It was kind of designed for you to be in a rage, but this is fine.
You have health potions, right?
No.
I thought you had some.
I think we've been using them. I was just looking for them. I don't have any. I poured some on someone recently.
Oh, you gave
You.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any?
No, but I have the anointing oil, which is solely for blessings.
But you have. Do you have heal spells?
I do,
Okay.
but he's still up, and it depends on if he's still up my turn.
No, I know. Whose turn? Sorry.
It's going to be your turn, but I will say at the top of the round, I'm going to have these knights go and just see how much they can help. One of the knights, the one that was kind of getting attacked and like broke the spear was broken on his shield. He's trying to push one of these gnolls back, just to no avail. So another one behind him goes, "Come on, brother, you've got your back into it." He swings up a great hammer and caves in the side of this gnoll's head. So you see this regular gnoll just drop. And with a nat 20, you see this dwarven woman. She winds up her hammer and goes, "I don't know who you are, ghoul man, but we're gonna work together. I like your moxie." With a nat 20, she winds up and she just caves in the skull of one of these regular gnolls that were coming down to attack these kids.
Okay.
His head fucking explodes. Can I actually get an Arcana or Religion check from you?
Me?
Yeah. Because you're right next to where all this happens.
What? Wait, I thought she was with the group.
She moved.
No, so basically it's at the
Or is she up by like the leader guy?
No, so she is at the leader isn't really on that cliff. They were kind of on the other side of this little circle of knights. They were like provoking them, trying to get to the children there.
18 religion?
18 religion. She put a little smite into that. I'll also say,
I think we got a paladin here.
that magic feels weirdly familiar. And I'll say with that 18 religion check,
Oh no.
this little hardy lass is a paladin of Kriszeck. Just putting that out there. Come on, go man, we've got this! She's just wailing through. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, Theo, that is your turn.
All right. So with haste, do I get 1 extra attack, or because I have 2 attacks, do I get 4 attacks?
1 extra attack.
Okay, so I have 3 attacks plus my bonus action attack.
Exactly.
Cool. How many are close to me?
I'll say, if you were to like climb out of like the other side of this little caravan here, out from underneath, you would see that there's one standard issue gnoll with a spear up on top of this hill. There are 2 of these hunter gnolls with that other gnoll. They're completely surrounded Tooluuga, and they're all trying to stab him on top of the hill.
Okay.
Across the way, you can see there's a circle of knights protecting some dwarven and human children. The 2 knights at the back have just finished off one gnoll, and you can just see the tail end of her bringing back her hammer. There is this dwarven woman. She has black hair, bits of gray streaks kind of going through the side, and she has just caved in the hunter gnoll's head and pulled her hammer back. There's bits of electricity crackling on her hammer.
And who's the closest gnoll to me?
Up the hill, there are the 3 gnolls attacking Tooluuga. They're about 30 feet, 40 feet up the hill.
Okay.
And then on the other side of this like little circle of knights, Glebnor is fighting off basically 3 sub-bosses at the same time.
And how far are they?
About 80 feet.
If it helps, I have my channel divinity, and I could just haul ass in the middle of everyone and just do a quick AoE.
It's true. And how many are near him?
There is one like kind of completely like feral looking gnoll on all fours. It's been like yapping and biting, and it's holding a battle axe somehow. There is one kind of hunched up sort of leader looking gnoll who is panicked and bleeding.
Is that
And
for...
That's me.
You were pointing at Tooluuga?
Tooluuga. How many are on him?
2 hunter gnolls and 1 regular gnoll.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking towards where Glebnor is.
Cool.
But as I'm doing that, I'm just gonna hold the pistols out and shoot up towards where Tooluuga is to try and, get them away.
Perfect.
So which one stabbed him and turned it?
That is the regular gnoll.
Okay.
I point at the regular... This motherfucker twisted his spear on me!
Oh, okay. And gonna shoot with Judge's Sentence, Sharpshooter feat on that one. It's a 27 minus 5.
That'll definitely hit.
Okay. 20 damage on the first hit.
Okay, he looks incredibly hurt.
I'm gonna go to the bonus action to use Executioner's Hand on that same guy. I'm going to use Deadeye Shot with Executioner's Hand and the Sharpshooter feat.
Okay, I see what you're doing now. It seems that Rich has figured out the combo.
I don't think that hits, but I'm gonna use... Oh wait, no. I get a...
Advantage from Deadeye. Yep.
21 minus 5, 16 to 16 hit.
16 hits. These guys all have 22 health, so he has 2 hit points left. You just
17.
just
Eviscerate him.
as this guy was turning to look down the hill, as you kind of climbed out from under the barrels, you kind of stand up, dust yourself off, and start like slowly walking toward this gnoll boss. Without even looking, you put a bullet in the head of the one that hurt Tooluuga. What else would you like to do? You still have another action.
So I want to think I shot in the shoulder and then took Executioner's Hand out, shot him in the head, put Executioner's Hand back in the holster, and then the one that's holding the battle axe, I'm gonna shoot twice.
Okay, sick. Oh yeah, you're hasted.
I'm gonna use the Sharpshooter feat plus Deadeye again.
Okay.
Does 16 hit that?
16 does hit that.
Okay. I'm going to use the Piercer feat to reroll the damage. 19 damage to that one on the first hit.
Yeah, he was focusing on, like, they're all swarming around Glebnor to kill him, but then this ringing shot goes out and you fire into this thing's shoulder. He almost drops the battle axe as he picks his arm back up and looks across the battlefield at you.
Does 17 hit?
17 does hit.
And that'll only be 6 damage on that one. I didn't use the sharpshooter feat on that.
All right, yeah, you just start unloading into this thing. You have drawn its attention away from Glebnor. Tooluuga, that is your turn. There are these 200 gnolls staring you down on top of this hill.
Action search.
Oh my god! It fucking gets me every time. I feel like a kid in a candy store playing against a fighter.
He's like Columbo. There's one more thing.
And another thing.
Going to basically unload 3 shots on it. So 21 to hit.
21 hits. I think it's still only 2. I don't think Hasted lets you double on an action surge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just 2 shots, but still. Great.
7 damage.
Okay.
The other one missed. I'm assuming 12.
12 will miss. Yeah, and you're just unloading. Can I get a performance check, actually, real quick?
It's only a 6.
I will say that the knights that are surrounding these children and farmers, they look up and they have no idea what's happening. You were just pointing at things and putting holes in them to them. They don't understand what this device is. They're excited you're here to help. You see the dwarven woman is like, my god, what is that? She's just kind of horrified a little bit. Okay, that is going to be Tooluuga's turn.
Are they? Can I like put myself in between the 2 gnolls that have me surrounded?
Yeah. They were a little bit separated, yeah.
So I walk in between them, and I loudly state, "Bleeblee is here to save the day. We will not let any one of you die tonight to these horrific beasts." And as I say that, I want to activate my claws of blip dual ploop.
They'll never not be funny to me.
So the 2 gnolls have to make a DC 14 wisdom save or take 2d4 psychic.
Okay, they're not particularly wise.
And then each creature of my choice I can see within 10 feet. So they have to make that save.
Same. Both fail.
All right, so I'll roll 3 psychic damage.
Okay. Yeah, they're both just like, both of the gnolls are just looking at your crab claws freaked out. They don't know what to do.
And then everything around me, how far are like the things, like the rest of the enemies away?
The 2 hunter gnolls are within 5 feet of you. But down the way, I will say there's a little circle kind of at the bottom of this little hill you're on top of. The circle of knights that are protecting these children and farmers. Behind them, about 10 feet or so, Glebnor is fighting off all these sub-bosses like a maniac.
How far is that?
They would be... Hold on, let me measure this. I have a rudimentary map for myself over here. The big one with the whip is 30 feet from you.
Would that be like all the ones around Glebnor?
Yeah, so he'd be the closest to you at like 30 feet, and they're kind of made like a triangle formation around Glebnor. The leader and the kind of more ravenous one, we'll say they're 35.
Okay. I guess I'll just take 1 step away from one of them to get within 30 feet of like everything.
Perfect. Yeah,
so that one would have...
you'll get 1 opportunity attack. Let's see here. He'll try to stab you with a spear.
Fair.
Doesn't miss on a... He hits misses on a 14, sorry.
Too bad you're bad.
That's not what I was really trying to make hyena noises in the car this week, but it's so hard. I can't get those sounds right.
I'm gonna... As I take that 1 step, you're going to see Tooluuga slowly start glowing and say, "None of you will die tonight. These dogs, though, they are gone." And I'm going to channel Divinity Radiance of Dawn as a flashbang pretty much just happens, and anything I consider an enemy takes 2d10 radiant.
Okay, so you're arcing this down at the little group around Glebnor?
No, just like everything.
Okay. That
let me read it to make sure, but I'm pretty sure
it's a very wacky ability. I like it a lot.
Emanating
it dispels
from all
any
directions.
magical darkness. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet that doesn't have total cover.
Oh yeah, that's all. Yep.
So you're the epicenter?
They must make a I'm the epicenter. They must make a con saving throw DC 14 or take 2d10 radiant damage, half on success.
Okay. Just so you know, the pack leader got a nat 1, so you can on that one I'll let you double the dice.
Okay.
just on that guy. But just so you know, Jesus, these guys are not wise. Or con save, right?
Yes,
still
DC
terrible.
14 con.
Okay, that's a 3. I hate Radiance Dawn. It's so good and cool. Damn it.
So 14 damage to everything.
Even my buff guys are getting fucked by this.
And then you said the one that Nat 1 would take
You'll
doubles.
double it.
So he'll take 28.
Okay, literally all of them failed.
So 14 was what I rolled.
Okay, so the Gnoll pack leader, you can see that he looks up, his eyes melt. He is alive. I'm gonna say he's blinded. He's just like, ow! This like beam of light hits his face.
So I have advantage on attacking him?
You will. He's very blind. Just fuck. I shouldn't have said that because you're going next. But whatever. Fine. He's really looking very hurt. You said 14 to everyone else.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just dole out this damage before I keep going. It really is just like a straight up flashbang going off. All of these knights kind of put up their shields to kind of block their eyes. See, the dwarven woman is like, "By the light of Kriszeck, what is that?" So you kind of
Do I hear that?
yeah, you can make a perception check.
Get closer to me, Daddy. I have something to whisper to you.
It's at 18.
You definitely heard that.
Never mind, you already know.
This is not no light of Kriszeck. This is a light of Ploopploopleen. As I flex my biceps.
You wait till I can get some health back.
What the hell is Bleebly?
It's that guy. The one that points at things and they die.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, good point.
Glebnor, that is your turn.
I'm gonna go into a rage.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So I now have advantage against Blind Boy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna clobber him.
Get clobbering.
All right. 27 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. 9 damage. 4 bludgeoning, 5 acid.
Would you like to describe to me how you kill the pack?
Wait a minute.
Okay. He's still dead.
Another 6 damage for Divine Fury. Radiant damage.
Okay.
Light him up.
Extra dead.
And then I'm going to sneak attack him too. Just because I want to.
Sure, he's so dead.
Well, I'm trying to lower morale.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
So another 2 sneak attack damage.
Okay.
I'm going to...
Take an intimidation check if you wouldn't mind.
Do we
Very
want them to
intimidating.
run or do we want to just kill them all?
It's just a 7.
Okay, yeah. You can see that the Gnoll that was like holding the whip is just realized that he's now in control. He's like, oh! He looks around.
Your move, whip boy.
All excited about it. He's like, oh, it's like a promotion, basically. How would you like to kill this pack?
I'm gonna take the slime-soaked hammer tall, like super tall in the air. You know, pseudopod as far as I can.
Yep.
And just come down and try and bury his head between his shoulders.
You should just concave viscous blood sprays everywhere as you implode the neck and shoulders of this leader. You can see that this dwarf woman is like, my God, you'll go with a hammer, go man. She's spinning her maul and she's like, we've almost finished them off. Keep it going, boys. Keep the children safe. And yeah, they're fully in the middle of combat. It's complete chaos. Anything with your bonus action or movement?
Well, I raged, but is Whip Boy right next to me?
Whip Boy and Feral Gnoll are right next to you.
Feral Gnoll's focused on him. I'm gonna stay put and try and fuck with Whip Boy.
Perfect. All right, that is regular Gnolls, who are all dead. That is the Gnoll Slaver, who is like, I'm in charge now. I have to make some big moves. He's going to attack Glebnor, who's right next to him.
Shocking.
He is going to use his multi-attack to make 3 whip attacks at you.
3!
I'm sorry, he's a beefy boy. I gave you guys an out by using menace captives for a turn. Let's see. It's an 18, 9, and a 19. So 2 are
Yeah, I'm
gonna hit.
How much health do you have?
4.
Oh, okay.
He does 12 slashing, half to
Half to
6.
6.
Oh.
And you can see he's just whipping Glebnor wicked hard. And eventually, have you gone down yet in this campaign?
Never.
Interesting.
Never gone down.
Glebnor,
Would I know what that looks like when my...
You look over and Glebnor not only goes unconscious, he turns into a full puddle on the ground,
Yeah.
and his like bright green like shine fades to like, it's almost like a black ooze now on the ground in a little puddle.
Son! Someone heal my son! I have to wait a full rotation to get over that.
The Pack Lord is dead. That is the hunters. The hunters are really injured, but they're going to, despite all the light coming off them, both try to stab into Tooluuga to finish him off.
You can't touch me! How many times do I have to tell you?
It's been so true sometimes, too. Let's see. They have a multi-attack. They're each going to make...
You're bad at your jobs!
Spear attacks at you.
And you should just quit.
Oh, you know what? Hold on one sec. I forgot this guy's a little feature here. Oh, the Gnoll Slaver has an ability called Rampage. When he reduces a creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack, on his turn, he can take a bonus action to move up to half his speed to make a bite attack. So, yeah, go ahead.
Can I retcon something?
Sure, what do you got?
You said only one of those attacks hit?
2 did.
2 of them did?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. As he, sees this black puddle in front of him, he looks up with straight bloodlust in his eyes. And I would say, Theo, you can actually make a religion check for me real quick.
No religion?
It's a 19 religion.
There is demonic energy in his bloodlust as he uses his bonus action to go on all fours, run towards you, leap up, and go to bite you. With his little rampage move here. Let's see. It's a 21 to hit.
21 will hit, but I'll use my lucky point.
Okay. I'll roll again. For an 11. You see this thing leaps up in this full rampage to bite you. And there is a moment where there's this spark of divinity where you see a future where this thing bites into your neck and really injures you, and you will yourself out of that reality. You nudge the timeline of your life a little bit to the left, and you move out of the way as he goes to bite at your neck, pulling his jaw right away. Right before he would get a real clean bite, you see he pulls his fangs back. Very cool use of your luck point for the day, you bastard. All right. My 2 Gnoll hunters are going to try to kill Tooluuga now.
No, you're not.
So you're going to take 4 spear attacks here, or I'm going to roll 4 times. They have spear attacks.
Again, you just can't. I'm untouchable. I'm so sleek. You're just bad. I'm better than you guys.
Okay. What's your AC?
16.
Okay, only one of these hits then.
Can I warding flare that?
You can warding flare that.
He didn't forget.
I don't love this. They're just stabbing wildly as Tooluuga's talking shit and just moving his fishy body out of the way.
You
while
guys
spear
suck.
Attacks. One of them, he goes right for your throat, and you pull back, and your eyes beam with that light, and he's like, wow, just trying to swing the
Eat
spear.
shit.
Terrible. That is Reggie, who's like, boy, things are getting out of hand. He's just kind of still climbing. He gets up next to the rabbit guy and he's like, hello, nice to meet you. I am Reggie. Great to oh, I see. Sorry, there's lots
Reggie,
of
not the time.
Sorry, no, I'm trying to make friends
Reggie
also.
Glebnor.
Oh, yeah, he looks over and sees Glebnor down. Glebnor, no! Reggie doesn't have, the movement to do too much there. He will, in a fit of rage...
Reggie
Can I lobby for something?
Sure, if you'd like, yeah.
Can Reggie run by me and I give him my my greater potion of healing, because I just realized I have it, to then run it to
Handoff.
basically just a handoff.
Relay race it.
Okay. Reggie's a little bit further back. He'll still have to dash. I don't think he'll still even get to Glebnor on this turn, but he could dash with this potion and make his way that way.
Yeah, that I would basically want him to take the potion to go to Glebnor to
I've got this. This is a big responsibility. I can do it. He runs by you. You're fighting off this Gnoll slaver, and you just pass it behind your back as Reggie grabs it, uses a full dash to sprint past these knights and almost get up to Glebnor. He's in the fray with them as these knights are looking as this little gnome man is just sprinting across the battlefield, holding a potion almost as big as him. Unbelievable. That is the Havoc runner. Who is going to, now that Glebnor is down, is going to run up the field to join the hunters and attacking Tooluuga.
You're bad.
It's tongue.
You got
lashing out of its
rabies or
mouth.
something? You're afraid of water? Ooh, there's a glass of water right there.
He's going to lightning lope bonus action dash just because I can. I doesn't even need the movement for it. He has pack tactics. He's going to make 2 battle axe attacks at you. Actually, I didn't realize he has a 3-hit multi. It's 1 bite, 2 battle axe. So let's see here. He's the fast one. 15 misses.
Yep. Like I said, I'm just better than you.
Next 2 hit with the battle axe. He misses the bite, but he does 20 slashing damage as he tries to cut Tooluuga down, slashing into his body. Tooluuga, you still up, you maniac?
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Okay, awesome. Tooluuga is up on the hill, surrounded by gnolls. There's one wicked, feral, wild one that's been biting and stabbing. It's looking pretty bad. Theo, we're actually at the top of the round. And I think for fun, I'm going to say you see this paladin of Kriszeck run over to Glebnor. She goes to put your hand into the goo to cast Lay on Hands. What's happening? Oh, magic won't work on him. And you can see that Kriszeck is denying healing magic to his paladin in this moment.
Ooh, interesting.
She is not aware that the reason that she can't heal you is because you are technically an enemy of Kriszeck. But she doesn't know that. For her, it's a crisis of faith as her magic is no longer working in this moment. Theo, that is your turn.
Yes. Sow seeds.
Quick question: does anyone that we're fighting look worse for wear?
The two Gnoll hunters on the hill look really fucked up. They got.
Would you say they're on death's door?
I would say that. They got blasted pretty hard by that light. The slaver in front of you is looking still okay. He hasn't gotten hit too much. What would you like to do?
Executioner's hand as a bonus action to shoot one of the hunters that's near.
Awesome. Go for it. We're pretty deep in the battle. I'll let you guys know because I have 15 AC on most of the Gnolls here.
Yeah, okay. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
9.
You kill one of these hunter Gnolls. It's winding up a spear to stab into Tooluuga, and you fire through both of his arms.
They fall off.
They fall off. It's very like Spirited Away when the arrow just takes the guy's arms right off, and this guy falls back onto the ground bleeding out.
So I think it's just kind of one of those like quick shoot without looking, put the executioner's hand back. I have both my my shots back, my trick shots back.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to do 3 judge's sentence shots at the guy in front of me.
Perfect. There's a big Jack Gnoll slaver right in front of you. Awesome.
The first 2 I'm going to use Deadeye shot with.
Sweet.
With the sharpshooter feat.
Awesome. Okay. It is crazy because like I actually know what you're saying, but like to a non-D&D playing listener, they'd be like, that's a lot of stuff.
Do I know what this guy's AC is?
A 15 as well.
Okay, so I got a dirty 20, which goes down to
15.
a 15.
Yep.
So that'll be the first one, which will be 23 damage on the first hit.
You just put a bullet right in his stomach as you pull the other gun up and start firing at him.
The second one will miss. And then the third one is a 23.
Yep, that'll hit.
That'll be 10 damage on that.
Okay. This guy's looking rough as you just pop 2 in his stomach. Yeah, he's not looking so hot. He just got promoted and is now worried that he's going to die. His life goal is almost over. Any other movement? You trying to get away from this guy? Or you're just going to kind of just truck it in front of him?
No, I'm basically going to look him in the eye and tell him he dies here today.
Sick.
And just stand the ground.
Awesome. Tooluuga, that is your turn.
So I got the big guy.
There is a big feral gnome, pretty injured, or not gnome, Gnoll. There is a big feral Gnoll and one of the hunters. They both look pretty injured, though.
So where's the big guy that did
the big guy that was running the feral one? He's right in front of you. He's right in front.
I'm gonna look him in the eyes. I'm gonna lock eyes. This is for touching me, and I'm gonna soup him.
Okay.
Old reliable.
It is old reliable.
14.
14th just gonna miss. I'm so sorry.
Well, anyways, here I go punching.
You have
A luck point.
You have your luck point.
Not good. You know what? I'll do that.
Yeah, get the luck point. You're spending a spell slot on it.
Yeah, I hit.
There we go. All right. He goes to pull away from you, and the same thing happens. There's a world where you can't pull this off, and you get swarmed here, and you will yourself into a reality where this man is soup.
16 soup damage.
Describe to me how you melt the feral Gnoll.
So instead of like cupping him, I just forcefully grab his face, and just as I soup him, like it dissolves the bones, and I just like crumple him down to the ground.
Oh, it's like one of those videos of those like compressor things just slowly crushing.
Hydraulic press.
Hydraulic press, yeah. You just crumple this Gnoll into nothing.
There's one other on me.
There's one other on you.
I'm gonna If I use Flurry, can I save one of the hits?
Yeah, if you kill him and you still have movement left, totally.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action Flurry. One is it's a 21, 5 damage.
That kills him. He had 5 hit points exactly.
And this one, I'm just gonna like punch his snout in.
Yeah. Just crumples into his face.
How far is Glebnor from me?
Glebnor is 45 feet from you.
Oh, I can't make that.
But I'll say if you want to slide down the hill, you could get to the slaver that was fighting Theo.
Reggie's on his way, so.
How far is Reggie from me?
Reggie's probably like in between Theo and Glebnor, like running toward him.
Could I unarm struck the potion and hit it onto Glebnor's body?
No.
Yeah,
That's insane.
How sturdy are those jars? You don't know.
Go punch the slaver.
Glebnor will be fine. He'll be fine.
That's my son.
I know. Well, your god's about to get mauled by a giant
All right,
guy,
well,
so,
I fucking...
I'm good.
In a fit of rage, I guess I slide down to the... Because
you're-
no, I don't
I mean-
slide down. I dive bomb down. As my last unarmed
is the-
strike, I just will go fist first into the...
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
He is the one that knocked Glebnor, so.
23.
23 hits.
6 points of damage.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you just like fly down the hill and like
Here's the fucking Raiden.
yeah. It's exactly that. You hit this guy in the chest, kind of cave in his like little bit of shoulder armor he had, do a little flip and land right next to Theo. You and Theo are now squared up with this big hulking Gnoll slaver. Glebnor, can I get a death saving throw? Just a straight D20.
18.
18. That's one success. Looking good, looking good. That is the slaver. He's going to make his multi-attack. He will make a bite attack against Tooluuga, because you do look tasty.
I do carry around a bakery.
It's a 22 to hit.
I'm warding flare.
Oh yeah, just got your reaction back. Okay, I'll roll again. Miss with an 8.
You're just bad. Quit.
He's then going to try to whip Theo twice.
How'd you get promoted to this position?
Nepotism.
I think just one's going to hit you, Theo. 19.
19 will hit.
14 misses you, right?
Correct.
Yeah, for 8 slashing. As he like whips your arm, and it looks like he's trying to pull the gun away from you. As he has it wrapped around your arm, trying to pull you toward him. Tight. Reggie is going to use the rest of his movement. I'm coming! Oh, okay, move out of the way, lady! He pushes his dwarf, and she's like, I don't understand it. She's like, we'll figure it out later. And he just starts pouring the potion all over the puddle. Come on, Glebnor, come on, you can do this.
I start bubbling up.
Can you go ahead and roll the healing for me, actually, Rich, because it was your potion? If you wouldn't mind. It's fine, we've got him. It's good. I believe in you.
14 health.
And bubbling from the black, ripples of this green spacey energy go through your body, and you reconstitute into your grubby form.
Son, you're okay.
What the heck was that?
Hey, you went unconscious. I got worried.
That was weird.
Theo, it's gonna be your turn.
I'm gonna be okay, Daddy.
You mean?
How bad does...
Not on death's door yet, but very close.
Okay. First shot, not going to use the sharpshooter, just normal shot.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
13 damage.
He's definitely on death's door now.
All right. So bonus action, I want to do judgment shot.
Okay.
So it's I make an insight check contested against the enemy's persuasion or intimidation. When I see they're close to death. On a successful check, I determine their judgment. I can either roll an intimidation or persuasion with advantage to convince them to surrender, or add 2d12 on the next damage roll.
Okay, so you have to beat an insight of 9. He only got a 9 in his charisma check.
15.
Okay, so now you're going to make an intimidation check?
Nope. I'm
Alright.
adding 2d12 damage on the shot.
Fuck yeah!
Wait, let's see if I hit first. 15 exactly.
15 just hits.
This will be 13 damage plus 11, so 24 damage.
Unbelievable. I will see what happens here. Tooluuga, real quick, make a religion check for me.
Mm-hmm. Advantage of...
Straight. Actually, no, get advantage. You're right next to Theo here. He'd wrap this whip around
16.
your arm. And it doesn't bother you at all. Because he doesn't have that gun. And as he pulls your arm straight toward him, you unload rounds into his body. There's just this ring of shots that go out. And again, it was raining earlier, so the rain is starting to pick up a little bit. It's just, now there's just bloodshed everywhere. There are dead gnolls, dead civilians, some dead knights all over the ground. You are all made it through this fight. But with that high of a roll, Tooluuga, I will say, as Theo stands there, gun drawn on this dead gnoll, he casts a much longer black shadow than you would expect with this kind of light. A long, black, creeping shadow goes from his feet down into the valley. And there is a moment, if you can actually make a wisdom saving throw for me real quick, Tooluuga.
Nat 1.
You have never been more afraid of Theo.
Oh, God.
And we are going to end tonight's session of Dicey Situations on that note. I will catch you all next time. Keep it dicey.
Howdy, Glebnor here, and I just want to say thanks for listening to Dicey Situations. If you liked what you heard, make sure you come back on Friday to listen to our talkback called Situational Awareness, where we break down the episode, and you get to know us, the players, a little bit better. And as always, make sure you rate, review, subscribe, and word of mouth actually helps a lot. So if you could tell all your friends, that would be great. Thanks again. Keep it dicey!
This has been a Business Shark production.